Hello, welcome or welcome back to Heretic Owl Tarot. My name is Liz and I'll be guiding you on this journey today. This is the reading for Aquarius, wherever Aquarius is in your chart. I hope you're all doing well. I know like Mercury was opposing Pluto, or maybe it still is. So hopefully, I don't know, hopefully that's going well. Shit is happening in the sky. Um, if you listen to the human design profile readings this last round, I went on this rant about CapCut and how I'm not editing my videos anymore because CapCut sucks. And I'm not going to go on that rant again, but I am still judging myself pretty heavily like for that. So I have to like say out loud that I'm not editing these videos anymore. So however they happen, it's gonna go straight from camera to YouTube. So like if my dog starts freaking out in the background, if I'm sitting here staring at the cards for minutes in silence because it takes time for words to get from my mind to my mouth sometimes, then all of that is going to be in there. And also, like, with that being said, after this round of readings, I do intend on doing the profile readings as well. I'm just not sure. I haven't, I intend to, but I haven't quite decided yet. But I am going to take a break for a month or two, at least minimum. There is a small possibility that it could be permanent also. Like the other day, I do basically, like, I wait for the feeling to show up to do these readings. So I'm not really like on a schedule. I literally just wait until I'm like, I don't know what, told, nudged, whatever, to start these readings. And literally, the guidance or whatever, that I've received was to do it and then to take a break. And then there was this little whisper. It's always like from the back right side, which is interesting. Like, I wonder who's back there of me, like anytime I hear that voice, like that's where it seems to come from. But um anyway, so yeah, it was, do the readings and then take a break, and then it was like, and it might be permanent. So, which I'm not gonna lie, kind of hit me in the gut, and I was feeling really pretty emotional about it. And I think I've just said it enough times to where I don't necessarily get emotional, at least in this intro part, about it, because I did kind of get misty-eyed in the Leo and Virgo readings. But anyway, I don't know. We'll see. This is the only consistent thing that I've done for the last 3 years, except for breathe. And it's not reached the level of success that I don't know, was hoping for. So I don't know. I guess just need to like reevaluate and, possibly figure out like what, sorry, my dog is like licking his feet. Figure out either ways that I need to put myself out there more or show up different, or, honestly, I really don't know. But I also really the reason I think for the need for the break is because I started EMDR therapy recently, and it has been incredible, but also like very emotionally, of course, right? Like, I don't know what the word is for it. Unexpected, I think. And I just feel like really fragile. I feel like my energy is recalibrating. Like I kind of feel like I'm being taken apart and I need to put myself back together with, these things. And I just, kind of want to give myself the space to do that. So anyway, all of that is to say that I will be on a break, and if I do decide to make it permanent, I assume I would let you guys know. But I really do appreciate you being here. I appreciate you allowing me to rant. I do consider you guys to be friends, so I just yap, But let's talk about you. What do we have for Aquarius? What can Aquarius expect? What do they need to know? We don't take the cards that flip in the deck. We only take the cards that come all the way out because we want commitment like that. And yeah, like if they don't come out all the way, we don't take them seriously. We have the 3 of Wands, the 5 of Cups. Interesting. I swear, like nobody shows up more in their own reading than Aquarius does. Which is awesome. We have the Star card in the reverse and the 7 of Swords in the reverse. The Chariot at the bottom of the deck, which I know is like kind of off to the side, but it's interesting. Like the feeling that I got with the 3 of Wands and the 5 of Cups is, so it says on here, put yourself out there and you will be rewarded one way or another. The 5 of Cups says spilled tea isn't the end of the world. So it's kind of like, maybe there was something that you were excited about, like maybe there's something that you launched, something that you started to take actions towards, because that is the 3 of Wands. It's, the Ace of Wands is that spark showing up. The 2 of Wands is, now what do I do with that spark? And the 3 of Wands is, I'm going to do something now, like with that spark. So again, right? I mean, there could have been something that maybe you were even, planning, right? To do, and you started to start taking steps towards it. And maybe you immediately hit a wall or a speed bump, a hurdle, just something that, whether it was unexpected or just almost kind of threw you off your game a little bit. Maybe too, even taking it as a sign of something not working out, or, like, oh, this happened really fast, so it's got to be a sign that, it's not meant to be, or something along those lines. And with the Star and the 7 of Swords in the reverse, it feels like that's just a story that you're telling yourself. Like it's something that you are trying to keep yourself safe from feeling uncomfortable feelings. Instead of like seeing it as, okay, there was a little glitch, or like seeing it as this showed up right away so that I can tweak it, I can fix this issue, I can get even more clear on what it is that I want to do with it, right? Like it's almost like reframing, which I know is not easy to do, which is why I'm saying it. But yeah, like I feel like, especially with the Chariot at the bottom of the deck, the Queen of Swords behind that, says, don't you dare lower your voice for anyone. The card behind that is the Page of Pentacles that says, when life gives you lemons, make enchanted lemonade. I feel like these are actually so fitting. I don't know if I'll be able to. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, they're kind of in there. Let me see if I can just do that. The Two of Pentacles behind all of that says, when life gets chaotic, find a way to get grounded and balanced. I feel like this is the advice. Like, I feel like this is, down here. The Chariot says you'll never get anywhere if you keep standing still. That's also kind of what this is, because I feel like whatever is happening with the Three of Wands and the Five of Cups, it could be reinforcing a story that you have, whatever the story is, and again, like with the Star in reverse and the Seven of Swords in the reverse, it feels like this is something, it's an opportunity for you to move through that story, or again, I mean, even reframing it. Even the fact that I was able to reframe it, I don't do good. Like, that's why I'm in therapy. Let me see what the Star card in reverse says. The hardships you've endured have caused you to lose belief in yourself and your path. It may not seem like things will get better, but they will. The divine forces that surround you have not given up on you, nor will they ever. Be open to miracles. Oh, and then I opened right to the Seven of Swords. You told yourself you were doing something out of self-love, when in actuality you were doing it out of selfishness. Okay, damn. That's a read. And that's becoming obvious to everyone. It's not too late to change course, so make sure your actions are aligning with your ethics. And too, like, okay, I feel like that was, like I said, that was a bit of a read, but I feel like I kind of said it like over here, but there is this opportunity to get clarity on what it is that you're doing and why. And again, to make tweaks if you need to. If something isn't working, like if you whatever it is, you launch something, you put yourself out there, you started taking steps, you, whatever the case may be, right? And if there was an immediate stop to that, there's something in there. Like all of a sudden I'm getting like an image of code. I'm not a coder. Like I was like MySpace era. That's the extent of my coding, which, oh my God, how long ago was that? 20 years ago? Couldn't tell you anything about it now except for like the Matrix, right? But I'm getting like this image of code, because right, like they write all this code for programs, for software, whatever, right? If there is one space or one letter, symbol, whatever, that is out of place or in the wrong place or whatever, right? It literally fucks up the whole thing. And then somebody has to go through all that code line by line to find the mistake. They don't just throw it away. They're not just like, well, tried it, didn't work. On to the next thing, right? Like, no, they're like, fuck, now I have to spend all this time going through each thing and making sure each line, right? And like making sure that the instructions or the whatever the word is, like for coding, is correct. That's kind of what this all feels like. What is your intention behind this thing over here? Is it in alignment with you? Were the intentions behind it out of alignment with you? Not that, again, like, I don't know, this Seven of Swords, um, I don't really get like a selfish like feeling or anything from this, but were you thinking in terms of what this can do for me versus collectively, or just like, the highest good for all involved type of thing? Is it too like, acting from an old program? Sorry. Sorry that I'm like using all of these like computer terms. I don't know where the shit they're coming from. I'm not a computer person. I have been watching The Matrix though. Like that's kind of my hyperfixation lately, is watching those movies. Um so maybe, I don't know. I've clearly picked something up. But right, like if you are doing things from an old program, but slapping a different name on it, or trying to convince yourself that it's different, or whatever the case may be, that could be why there is an immediate stop, or just a non-start even. I think it's kind of interesting the amount of cups that are in these cards, but there's no, well, I guess a chariot is water. Well, okay, Five of Cups. Hello, duh. I'm like, there's no cups. Duh. And that is the thing, like with the Five of Cups too, is that they're focused on these three cups that have spilled over here, but there's still these two cups behind them. But for whatever reason, right, they're focusing on these three cups, like, you know, that's all that I have. And the whole message behind the Five of Cups is that all is not lost. And truly, like, it is a card about grieving and loss too. So, I mean, I definitely think that the grieving process is very important. But also not forgetting, or not believing even that those two cups will give you exactly what you need. I mean, the Two of Cups talks about shared values, making connections with people who are on the level with you, right? Like both parties come with a full cup. It could even just be, that three is greater than two. So, you see the three cups turned over as the greater loss than, being left with two cups. I don't know. I'm just, that like came into my mind for whatever reason. But also, there's like tea on this table here. I think, is this a book club? Um, that's what it says on this thing here. It says, "Don't you dare lower your voice for anyone." And then this lemonade stand. More cups to be found, like more cups and different cups. Let's see. The Queen of Swords says, "I've learned that if you state your opinion with a sense of certainty and importance, everyone in the room is bound to respect you, even if they don't necessarily agree with you." The Queen advises. This card may represent an adult or someone at any given stage of life who exudes a a fury, a fear, pharaoh, ferociously, sorry. Okay, who exudes a ferociously wise type of energy. When this person walks into a room, they immediately command it. And the best part is that they know it. Most people don't want to cross them because they don't tolerate any bullshit. And they could easily devastate a person with a single word, looking classy as hell as they do it. Congrats to them, or perhaps you, for getting to this level of self assuredness. And that is the other thing too, right? Like owning the process, not being quote unquote victim to it. Which is a little of how like the Star and the Seven of Swords in reverse feels. You know, the Chariot could even be telling you that you need to go bigger. Like, you know, whatever this is could have felt like a big leap, or um it could have felt like something different or new to you, but maybe it wasn't, maybe it wasn't even like your full idea either. You know, like maybe like if you just put it out there like a beta thing to test it and see what the response on it would be before you tried your actual idea, or um that's interesting. And that could be why I get you, like even if you were just playing small in whatever capacity, because like I mean that is playing into a story that you have. It's like, you know, collecting data to support uh a hypothesis, you know. Oh my god, I don't even know where. I love it. I'm here for it. But I mean, hopefully this is even making sense to you. Like I, you know, hopefully those terms, I don't know. Um it's fun because I don't talk like that. You know, but it's like, and then once you have, you know, enough information, or once you feel like comfortable enough, then you'll release more. But I don't know, it kind of seems like go big or go home. And it kind of seems like you were already told, like, no, go back. Go back. The Page of Pentacles says, the page greets you from her lemonade stand, thrilled to be serving her first customer of the day. Sure, I may not be able to start my own business yet, but everyone has to start somewhere, she says. This card tends to represent a child or preteen who's very mature for their age. But, of course, it can also represent anyone who's just started a new money related or real world type of journey. Think in terms of someone who's begun training for a new job, or someone who's about to leave their childhood home for the first time. The good news for this person is anything can happen from here. Expect the unexpected. See everything as a chance to grow and gain more experience. I mean, the day that I'm doing this is the like official day that Uranus moves into Gemini. So it's kind of, you know, the whole like expect the unexpected thing with that, like wherever Gemini is in your chart. But yeah, you know, I mean, I do see the Page of Pentacles as being the apprentice. It is, you know, starting something new, starting a new job, you know, a field of research, you know, a course, college, whatever, even a business. I've used the word launching something a few times, which is also interesting. So there's, you know, just stuff around like owning the process. Going bigger. And like getting out of your own way on the mental side of things, because both of these cards are air cards, right? I mean, we've got you and we've got swords. So, you know, like reframing your like thoughts around this. All of those things I wrote down. I've been trying to put titles on each video, and if I don't write it down like during the video, then I will forget. What else? Two of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. Not every great option you're given will be a great option for you. King of Pentacles, true success isn't just about money, it's about happiness too. Give yourself the compassion you were never given. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for allowing me to read your cards, and I will talk to you soonish. Bye.